Hello everyone, welcome back, or welcome to the channel. If you are new, welcome. If you are not, thank you for not giving up on me based on my other content. So for today's video, we're going to be doing the mid-year freakout tag. Yes, the infamous mid-year freakout tag. Everybody's doing this right now, and I did this last year. You can go watch that video if you want. Please don't actually watch it. But yeah, so we're gonna be doing the mid-year freakout tag. I wrote all the questions. I actually have picked one to two books for each question, kind of. I tried to narrow it down because last year I did like 5 books for a couple. I was like, ma'am, that was not the question. It says best book, not best books. So that's what I did this year. I just realized I forgot to turn my white noise machine off. That's always fun. So I think we should just get into it. So the first question is, what is the best book you've read this year so far? And I have 2 for this. Starting off strong with the multiple books. The first one that I don't own is Rhapsodic by Laura Thalassa. I haven't even read the second book, guys. I literally read the first book and then reread the first book. Like, why can't I move on? I adore this book. It is so good. It made me cry. Like, the first time I read it, I was crying throughout the entire book. And you know why? There's no reason. And the book isn't even sad. Well, kind of. Like, it has a feel of sadness sometimes. But it was a really good book, and I love it, and I recommend it. It's very popular on TikTok, book talk, so yes, that is a concern, because the books that are recommended from TikTok are... I'll just say I don't get recommendations from TikTok, but I really loved this one. And then the second one that I wanted to pick is Ninth House by Lee Bardugo. This book is so good. I DNF'd it last year, actually. That did not flow correctly. I'm sorry. That didn't make sense. I love this book, but I did DNF it last year when I first started it because I didn't understand anything that was going on. And also, if you don't like slow books as much, but you wanted to pick this up because it's kind of slow in the beginning, like it's actually not kind of, it's very slow in the beginning, you know, just pick up the audiobook. That'll help you, I think, if you like audiobooks. That's how I got through it this time, because the first time ebook did not work out for me. But yeah, those are my 2 favorites of the year so far. Oh, by the way, I should add, because I haven't been doing wrap-ups, so you guys have probably no idea how much I've read this year. I'm on like 165 or something like that. So these are my top 2 out of all of those. So if that gives you perspective, I don't know. Next is what is the best sequel you've read this year so far? And yeah, it is the second book in the Harbinger trilogy, but the second one, Rage and Ruin. So good. Oh my god, I need to buy it as soon as possible. The first book was really good too, and so was the third one, but the second book really took the cake. Is that a saying? That better be a saying, or I just embarrassed myself because I don't even know what that means. Okay, new release you haven't read yet but want to. There's so many. Literally so many. My TBR is quite large, but I have this one that I pre-ordered this a while ago. Completely forgot it was coming, but it was a nice surprise. The Box in the Woods by Maureen Johnson. This is like a companion book to the Truly Devious trilogy, so I'm very excited about it. Okay, next question. What is the most anticipated release for the second half of the year? So this is the one where I have 4 for this, because like how am I supposed to choose? So the first one is Redemptor by Jordan E. Fueko. This is a part of a duology. This is the second book. The second book is Raybearer, and it is fantastic. I would really recommend it. But Redemptor, the cover is gorgeous and I need it. So the next one is These Violent Delights. These Violent Ends, I'm sorry. The first one was great, I gave it 5 stars. I don't like the cover of These Violent Ends, but I do want to buy it anyway, because, you know, it's a duology, I kind of want to have both of them. The next one is Vespertine by, literally, I know who, by Margaret Rogerson. I've read an Enchantment of Ravens. Almost said an Ember in the Ashes. I've read an Enchantment of Ravens. I haven't read Sorcery of Thorns, but I didn't even like an Enchantment of Ravens. I gave it 2 stars. Like, it was not good at all. So I don't know why I want to read this one, but I've heard Sorcery of Thorns is really good, and the cover of Vespertine is so pretty. I need it. And then the last one is Kingdom of the Cursed, the sequel to Kingdom of the Wicked. I really loved loved, I have to back up there. I did not love it, but I really enjoyed it. And I don't know, the cliffhanger was intense, so I'm very excited for the next one. And the cover again is really pretty. Okay, next is biggest disappointment. I picked two because I could not pick between these two, but the first one is Aurora Rising. Literally, what was this book? I can't remember the plot. I can barely remember the characters' names. I was expecting it to be really good. I don't know why, but I heard a lot of good things about it, and it's so popular. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna love this. Even though I don't really love sci-fi, so I don't really know what I was doing there, but yeah, so I read it with a group of people. We were all like, what the heck did we just read? I don't know. I still might read the second one. Everybody says it's so good. I'm just like, do I believe you again? Because the first time you failed me. But yeah, it was really, really disappointing. I did not like the insta-love. I did not like the plot. I did not like the characters. The dialogue was atrocious. The dialogue was literally the worst part of the book, 100%. Yeah, and then the second one was Cruel Beauty. But this book was literally... What did I read? I have no idea. I had such high hopes for this. Well, actually, no, I didn't. The average rating isn't even high, so I was like, oh, okay, this is probably gonna have a romance that's not very good, but maybe the, like, rest of it will be nice. No, nothing. Because, like, I don't really understand what the point of it was. And, like, the characters were, I just did not, Okay, and the next one, biggest surprise. So, I had a lot for this as well, but I ended up picking Crush by Tracy Wolff. Now, let me explain myself. Because I did do a video on the first book, Crave, and I gave that book 1 star. It was trash. But I did read the second book because I heard that there was like a new love interest, and I was like, huh? I was like, I thought this was set in stone at this point. Set in stone. She was set in stone too. But yeah, also the main character was a gargoyle, and I was like, what is this? So many things in the first book that I was just like, what the heck? And then I read the second one, and it was actually really fun. I had such a great time reading it. Now, I'm not gonna say it's good, because I gave it like 3 stars, maybe 4. It was definitely better than the first one, and the rating is purely just because I enjoyed myself. It wasn't as, like, it was not as horrible as the first one. That's why I didn't do a video on it, because I was gonna do it, but I started and I was like, wait, this is not bad. The next one is favorite new author, debut or new to you, and I just put Jennifer L. Armentrout, or JLA as I call her because we're friends. No, I'm kidding, obviously. Yeah, she's not even new to me. She's not a debut author or new to me. She was new to me in February last year, but now I've gone through a lot of her books. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know why I'm putting her in this. I don't really have very many favorite authors because I have to read a bunch of their books for me to call them my favorite. Like, if I read one book from an author and I love this one book, I would never say that they're my favorite author because I have no idea. Like, I read one book and I enjoyed it. That doesn't mean that they're my favorite author. You know? Like, I have to read a bunch of them. And she's the only one I've really done that with. Newest fictional crush. I'm doing my most recent one, Morpheus from Splintered, that trilogy. I didn't expect to like the characters in this. I really wasn't expecting to really like this trilogy, but love it. So good. It was just such a fun time. It was so cool, and I really liked it. I did not like the other guy, Jeb. No one likes him. Well, maybe you do. Let me know so we can fight. Newest favorite character. I put 2. They're from the same book because they're like, it's the most recent. What the heck am I saying? Oh. Yes, they're both from 9th house. I picked Darlington and Dawes. Dawes, I think that's her last name. I don't know her first name. Her personality, we're so alike. And so it's really fun seeing her in the book because I just was like, yes, I get you. Darlington was just really fun. Well, I'm sorry, fun. That is not a good description of his character. But you know, he was really fun to read about, and I really liked his chapters a lot. I really did like Alex too, but she's definitely not a new favorite character, though I did really enjoy her. But yeah, Darlington and Dawes, love them so much. Next is a book that made you cry. I think a couple people saw when I said that I cried in this last time who hadn't read it. They were like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. Don't be scared. it's just me, I cried because the series is over. I was really sad that it was over, and like the last chapter was so sweet that I was just like, I was having a hard time finishing because I just really love this trilogy a lot. Okay, next is a book that made you happy. So I don't understand this question because I read for that, so any book I like made me happy. But I picked a book, I tried to pick this book, Unhinged by A.G. Howard. This book was my favorite in the trilogy. It's the only one I bought because I just loved it so much. I don't know, I feel like this, I can't remember the plot. Trilogies especially, like all of it just blends. I don't remember what happened in every specific book, but I remember this book being purely like enjoyment for me. Like I don't remember being sad or anything. I just remember being completely happy reading this book, so that's why I picked it. Next, most beautiful. What is the most beautiful book you've bought this so? What is the most beautiful book you've bought so far this year or received? So I'm going with Crooked Kingdom. Sherilyn bought this for me for my birthday, and it is so pretty. Like every part of it is just gorgeous. All the character cards, not character cards, the character art. The last question is, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? Like, again, what kind of question? Like, I do love this tag. It's just like, how am I don't know. I just put together my top favorite of the moment that I was writing this, writing this notes page of responses. My top 5, I'm gonna go over them quickly because I don't know exactly what they are. So the first one is A Kingdom of Exiles. I don't know what it is. I think it's about Faye. It All Comes Back to You. This is the cutest cover I've ever seen in my life. Air Awakens. I've been trying to finish this book for so long. And then I have this one. A Dance of Thieves. I got this from the library. I haven't been to the library in so long. But yeah, this is top of my TBR as well. I started reading a little bit and I really like the writing style already, so hopefully I'll really enjoy this. And then last is Guild. I have no idea what this is. None. I do like the cover though. This is like Marissa Meyer's book cover, but like good.